splits are really hard. So much relies on Sage. And actually, when I think about like creativity on this map, that's what's talking about how hard it is. I actually think that Knights is one of the guys who are a little bit more willing to go for the crazy things like mid splits and whatnot. But they're starting on that defensive side, so we'll see how it rolls.
Version 1 leaning towards B. They've got their Viper wall. Excuse me, that's actually Knight's Viper's wall. It just goes
There's
down.
two there.
Now, theirs goes up. Dart, shock darts being traded back and forth. The Sage wall, my goodness, we've seen this before. The snake bite and the nanoswarm to delay the plant for now.
Dude, Justice got melted. He got vulnerable with the molly at the same time. He went down to 40 HP right off the bat.
And the problem right now for version 1 is they have no information of mid. They have no information of A. They can't easily rotate out. They've got the turret, make sure no one's pushing, but there's no flank out. They have to commit to the site. Zellsis manages to get the spike down, and Genghsta drops through all that.
That's the like 4th or 5th smoke kill I've seen for Zander today.
Listen, man, when they're landing, they're landing.
Oh, there's a wall here from Zip. There's a wall here from Zip.
Penny's gonna. Oh, Penny gets dropped by Frosty. That's all he's able to do. 4v3 in favor of version 1. Spike ticking away. Knights are gonna have to push their way forward. The tap on it. Forces him to swing out, and there are 2 right in his lap. Zander gets 3 on the round. Version 1 win the pistol. That is a gift. It doesn't get much better than that. You walk through the wall, and that's it. They're there.
Always on whether Zip uses his wall in the mid round. You'll never see him do it specifically to use it to counter defuse.
I like that. We will keep an eye on that. Skuba getting tagged by the drone. Safe, but do they expect ban? Oh, if you're patient, you'll be rewarded. Got the sheriff. Oh, the nanoswarm pushes him away, and the dash fails. Backs it right up onto a wall. And you ain't going through that.
Chamber. Play chamber. Just saying.
Oh, with that, ban is already dropped. Gun advantage in favor of V1.
Uh-oh. Huh? Penny is starting to mess around. That's a little scary. The bunny hopping around with the Marshall.
Spike down B.
Now with this, and you've got Genghsta who just went from weak to weaker. Gonna get the heal up from Xif. Try to get back into tip-top fighting shape.
They don't have the wall anymore. And so even against pistols, this gets a little dangerous because you can see he's just walking up on the wall. I love that though. Tapping the spike, dropping the wall so they can peek somebody doing exactly what you saw the Knights try to do there. Spam through their actual wall.
Oh. Okay, Frosty. Wippie's weak. He's got a sheriff.
Where is he? Where is he though?
But he doesn't have this. Yeah, the spike's out. Well, he's gonna have to go back, pick it up, and now he's picked it up. And second, Wippie swings out. Woo, baby! That was close. That was too close.
Yeah, way too close. That towards the rope and take a little bit more space. Get over towards pipes and hold on to belt. Love what Skuba does with this poison orb, where he throws it deep, and this allows him to get in so many different positions. He can play close white, he can play close on the box, he can play in one of those cubbies, but most importantly, he can play up on top after he places that down. And without a dart, without a drone, very difficult to clear. Both those still available for V1 if they decide to go down that lane.
Right now, it seems like they haven't quite decided what they want to do at all here, right? You see them, they haven't pushed up mid, they haven't pushed up A. And with that, you talk about some of the space that Knights have taken. You talk about how Ban and Genghsta are all the way up at 410. They've taken some space there. You've talked about Skuba and Belong as well. And with that comes a requirement of version 1 to invest utility to take some of that space back. And that's where you're seeing the drone push Skuba off of where he was.
Andrew's gotten deep. There's only a turret here to defend against the lurk. Wippie has to stay alive for that to matter, and I think you can hear it. Yep, they're still close on pipes though. They just took the engagement over towards A, and they're fighting through. Zellsis does have his wall still, so they can get this down, and a lockdown too.
And he has dashed his way forward. He drops down. Ban still playing backside. He's got a good shot. He's able to get a second, but that's all he's good for. And now he's able to creep around.
10 seconds left.
Is he gonna get the timing right? He's gotta get the timing just right. One. And now they know the pressure's coming. They've got to act act on that. They can't leave it alone. Wippie takes care of Frosty. Zander still pushing his way forward. Genghsta drops it down to a 1v1. He's on the tap. The damage is there. He gets it to half, pulls off. 77 HP, 2 armor to his name, and Zander is up. Flank the long con pays off at the end of the day as version 1 gets the 3.
Oh, that was so close in Eco, that second round.
Now Knights on pistols. Version 1, very likely, unless there are some wild heroics, that they get to 4 here, and you feel some of that impact roll off, right? You feel the snowball get bigger and bigger as version 1 are able to chain a couple of these early rounds together. Economy just booms in their favor, and they're just able to piggyback off of that.
Already pressuring them up in those desired positions. Molly's backside and front 410 wippie on pipes, making it very difficult for anybody to cross in and rotate to help the gate side anchors. I mean, this is clean on the anti-eco. And both Penny and Effys, as Penny dashes over top, Effys is there swinging underneath him.
Right.
Beautiful Prime Gaming flawless from version 1.
Beautiful round. 2 ultimates to work with. Everyone else is only 1 point away from having theirs.
Revealing area.
How they decide to try to neutralize Ban here in this position is so crucial. Right away, smoke on the position. As soon as there's an possibility to be in play, they smoke pipes. That blocks Gen, top Gen, and also pipes where Ban was actually playing. That's to fall back towards site. And what have we been talking about all series long? The way that V1 is playing these attacking sides and forcing them off of their original setup is so good.
It's interesting there. Genghsta hit the tag onto Penny. He had the Hunter's Fury. Chose to hold it.
Jet. Always so risky to go for the jets, especially in open spaces.
Still in play for now. They still have the lockdown from Frosty to work with as well. Version 1, what I like about their attack halves is you see them, they do it hot and heavy, they do it fast, and then they can slow it down like this, cut noise, and force Knights to invest utility to do something to gather information, because right now they're kind of flying blind. They know that nobody's pushed up mid because of the alarm bot. The Ban pushed off again.
30 seconds left.
Okay, they give up sight. Genghsta's gonna ult delay. Penny gets the kill though. Important here
Down A.
is how they actually deal with the impending lockdown. Zander's already in a great position to actually deal with this, actually deny. It's already gone. Frosty's dead, out of the round. And they can't even push over towards Zander. As soon as they do, Penny's going to be there in the cross with him.
Yep. Zander's healthy. Shock dart, not tagging. Swings around to see if anyone's there. Penny takes care of Zip. He's going to get a shot at another one. Dashes forward to stay alive. Spike ticking away. Skuba drops right into his death. Zander takes care of the last. Version 1 gets to 5. Balla. This is going to get ugly very quickly unless Knights...
And even when you think that there might be an adjustment coming over towards the B side, they're going towards a B control setup. And Penny is feeling himself so hard. Just instant dry dash to fight down the lane. They've got the slow as well coming in from Zellsis. So they have to fall off of that or take a really disadvantageous fight.
Right, and we saw what Penny just did to Skuba. Certainly you don't want to dance with that again. And, you know, we talk so much, Ball, about confidence in this game and how it really does have an impact on how rounds play out. That, what we just saw out of Penny, that's confidence. That's stripping of I'm better than you. I'm going to win every single gunfight I take.
Spike down B. Recalling my box.
Ooh, these sheriffs are deadly, actually. And they actually bring it to a 3v3. Is there anything left for them to deny this plant? There's a molly from Frosty, but gonna opt for the lockdown instead, and they get the res off on Genghsta. 4 versus 3. Now, Viper's Pit in response, they're gonna break the lockdown instantly.
Managed to do that with the Hunter's Fury and get a tag. Wippie's still playing back. And Frosty has upgraded a weapon with that Bulldog, so now he's got something to work with. Ban does as well!
Last player standing.
Frosty's got to go massive here. He's managed to get it to a 1v1. Viper's Pit there, creeping his way forward. Frosty's going to get it to half, and Zander, yeah, he had no idea. That's a brutally difficult situation because Balla, there you're just kind of guessing.
Maybe you have a chance, obviously, but once that happens, no chance at all.
It truly felt like an almost unwinnable situation. We'll see how Knights respond. They have guns here. They also have a Viper's Pit locking down A right off the bat here too. And
they have the lockdown to clear it.
Yeah, he was thinking about it.
They're going to, yeah. I mean, just waiting a little bit for the rest of his team to get up here, and then Skuba is going to try to force his way through the pit, or they just back off. He is playing it a lot more deep, right? So this doesn't actually clear entirety of sight,
Right.
but still, they're falling off, and there you go. Viper's Pit completely nullified.
Oh. Genghsta's still here. Genghsta
Blocking sight.
I don't know
drops.
about that.
Yeah, he's a little froggy. He falls. They've taken the space. You mentioned the Viper's Pit nullified. Look at this flank though, out from
Yeah.
Knights. But effys. Oh, effys is gonna get a shot out. He may have just heard a footstep too. Yep. You see the pinks coming out. effys is gonna get a shot at two. Oh, they don't swing at the same time. Oh, that could have been so good. But XXiF falls. Ban though. Oh, ban.
One enemy
It's
remaining.
one team on his back, baby. Oh, he doesn't get the ace, but my goodness, that was pretty to watch.
That was fun. My goodness. And yeah, the problem is the effys, yeah, he's playing a corner there, but easily tradable. One and done position.
Yeah.
Takes, Doug. For a band to go pop off like that, for them to get their first rounds, this could be a quick series.
Version 1, testing the waters towards A, or B, excuse me. Here, and XXiF is up on this aggressive spot. You've also got Ban playing low. The dart's going to trade out. Ban gets tagged, gets pushed off, but are they expecting XXiF here? I don't know that they are, but he can't land the shots anyway.
Yeah, band fell off the angle, so he had nobody to support. Magic again? No.
No magic. It may have all run out in that last round. Yeah, man, the wall goes up. They're going to get the plant down. I don't know that they really have anything to counter this, to deal with it. Nah, the spike goes down. He has 2 shock darts. There's a snake bite there from Skuba and Frosty, so they can potentially... Yeah, but you're just so far down here. You just save.
And the funny part is that Frosty doesn't have many routes to get away. Has to go through kitchen. Zander's watching the backside. They're not even challenging, and they really don't need to. I mean, they could be really hunting the advantage here, V1. But the way this game is going, I mean, I think that the way you're talking about Penny being confident and whatnot, yeah, they don't even really need to take any risks. Though, I will say, they should be, min-maxing here, going for the guns for sure.
You're wanting a finishing blow, if you will. Them going for the jugular.
Yep, 100% get this. So, yeah, he bought a
Ban a gun though. Yeah.
because they know. I mean, they know this is going to happen. And actually, this is a great counter.
Oh, I like this. Nice shots out of XXiF. Oh, but that shock dart, my goodness.
You will not kill my allies.
All that for nothing.
What do they do now? Version 1, after the shenanigans that went down A, you get the res back. They bring Penny back online, and now they go towards B, where Penny has his own ultimate if he chooses to use it. Takes a little bit of damage. Bring right back up.
I mean, they are using that utility so early. Nice.
Yep.
Twice there. The wall didn't even go down, and they have nothing, right? I mean, there might be one more molly. No, nothing from Skuba. Doesn't have the money for it. And already they've gotten everything down that they need for V1.
Well, and you wonder too, because Genghsta has 2 shock darts there. I wonder if they're intentionally just holding on to it and trying to forget about denying the plant. Use it for that, for things like that, for effys to get messed up just down to 33 HP. But they've got to make the rest of the utility pay off, and so far it seems to be working. But Zander catches the flank. Wippie, ooh, Skuba, how are you still alive here?
Last player standing.
1v1, Wippie's so healthy, and Skuba has no idea. Wippie takes care of him. Version 1, get to 8. Knights, they're running out of time.
The way that he was there. Smoke, I think. And the rest is history.
What's this?
All right, Knights.
Get out of my way.
We talked about magic. Ban showed some, and we haven't seen any magic since. He's got the Blade Storm online. Maybe there's a little bit more magic in the forecast. But for now, it seems to take, it seems like it's going to take a miracle just to get them to a competitive point in this map. They've only got pistols. Well, there goes the magic. We'll see. Maybe there's magic somewhere else. Maybe it comes in the hands of the Marshal that's no longer online, at the hands of Genghsta as well. V1 gets the spike down to 5v3.
Not pulling anything out of the hat. Nice shock start again from effys. Right as Zellsis is swinging, and these sheriffs are doing so much work for Knights. Ziff another one, and they've got the res online too, but Penny's still here. Oh no! Get the last one. Just
Zander.
Genghsta. He's already popped the molly too. Second one, that's so much time, but the
Look
dink.
at how weak he is. Yeah. Oh, and he knows where he is. He's here. I mean, what do you do there? Genghsta has to pull off the tap. The Marshal, it's there. He doesn't land the shots, though. He wide swings. Zander does to secure the round. My goodness, that was so close, Bala.
Standing ahead.
They actually swapped Skuba over here. This is kind of interesting, but they've already kind of revealed the fact that he's over here at the same time. So they know they have to, if they want to hit A, deal with the Viper utility at the same time. You know what happens when Zander lurks mid? And when it's usually just held by only Killjoy utility. The one thing that he can do, nice shot from Ban, is actually switch up the timing on when he goes. So you could do this during the B hit at the same time and pull them off, and they could pressure actually through the Viper wall of their own. But looks like he's going to opt to just delay like the last time.
Yeah, exactly. I think surely he's expecting the turret here, right? And that's why he hasn't moved off of that. There's got to be something that draws the turret away or drops Frosty, something to give him room to work.
Yeah, but look how Wippie Frosty is playing, right? He's not watching this. So, yeah, sure, the turret's there. Yeah, sure, they're going to know that he's there. But if he goes fast, that's the thing that I'm talking about. He's not going to do it, though. Just wait.
Oh, right. Now you've got Genghsta. XXiF as well. The Hunter's Fury comes out. Zellsis dancing around, staying alive. Genghsta's Hunter's Fury not going to connect. And you can tell, man, he's itching. Zander wants to go. And here he goes. Creeps his way forward. That should tap it. But
no turret's
what
on.
do they do? How'd they respond? Oh, yeah, you're right. The lockdown comes through as well. But 4v3 numbers in favor of Knights. We haven't been able to say that very often at all. Cloudburst right onto the Nanoswarm instantly.
I think Ziff just put down a wall as well. They're not watching this.
Oh, the alarm bot. The alarm bot gives him so much info, and I believe effys. Yeah, effys has an ult. Genghsta gets it to half. There's the Hunter's Fury that we've been waiting for, but Skuba nullifies it. Oh, and they get the defuse just in time. Oh, what was that?
So much happening at the same time. Zander with the flank. That's what they're relying.
What, did it get one tag off?
Yeah, one tag. But that's it. And could have killed him if the HP was different in that situation. I do have to give Knights a lot of credit here. They're accounting for every single ult possibility and the way that you can play that post plant. Same thing that happened on Ascent, right? That's a major bright spot. And don't forget that this is 5 weeks long of competition as well. Sure, the scoreline might not look good right now, but when you get a team like Knights who has grown so far since Genghsta's joined the team.
You will not kill my
you keep writing them off mid-map. They might make a fool out of you. Or they might not. effys might just take care of it himself. The lockdown pushes him off the site, though, and it gives Knights a bit of time to reset, right? They've got the op from Ban, making sure there's nobody pushing down B long, the alarm bot mid as well, and Frosty's on A. They've really got all their bases covered. The problem is, though, once a site hit happens, their defenses are thin, in that there's not a whole lot they can invest.
Yeah, I mean, V1's just pushing their utility to the brink. Frosty's left alone with no nano, nothing like that to do anything, and they've got free roam on the site again.
Spike's been planted. Knights, they're gonna get a chance at a retake on this thing. 3 members left. A little bit of utility. You've got Zip's wall, but you have to deal with the Viper's Pit. Look at Frosty creeping. Oh no! Oh no! I'm pretty sure it was the tush that came through. It gave him away. XXiF, man, yeah, and Zip falls. That's so brutal. A 10-2 half for version 1. They are rolling over Knights again. We're gonna throw it to.
I'll be honest. No miracle here. If there was a miracle, I don't know where it'd come from. So difficult on Icebox. Like I was saying on Ascent as well. After the pistol round win from V1, they just have the ults to end up winning a couple rounds, right? That's the reality of the situation. That's why these situations are so difficult to deal with. Knights, again, is a team that I expect to be a little bit creative, but they don't even have the room. They don't have the bandwidth to be creative with only 2 rounds where you want to get the match point.
Yeah. You walk on real thin ice, no room for mistakes. And, I mean, okay, so far so good. I guess you've taken yellow, but, I mean, that's almost a given at this point. This is where it gets hard, and it just went from hard to harder.
Oh. As if taking a lot of damage from the shocks, but gets away and heals back up, so things are okay, but Molly's denying the taps right away. Is there a wall from Zellsis? Yes, there is.
How do they choose to go about this? They know they're back yellow. It looks like they're just waiting for it to go down. The tap is there. Oh, Zellsis has got it to half. Zellsis is going to stick it. My goodness, they have the cover. He can do just that. He takes the defuse right there, and that's where you see a numbers advantage causing a problem, right? Because you could just have one guy stick the defuse.
They can't do it
right
on pistol round.
Right.
Absolutely not.
We see Knights buying up a little bit. You saw some Sheriffs and then 2 Spectres. And again, for Knights, time seems to be running out. This time, an A hit. Viper's wall to at least smoke off Wippie for now.
Nice.
Wall
Completely
goes up.
denies the idea there, which is the wall on screen, so that you can actually swing into the back of sight.
Oh. This looks good for Knights so far. They're able to get 2 big kills. Kills it, to be honest with you, probably shouldn't have gone that way. And they just managed to get a 3rd. It's just Zellsis and Zander that are left. The spike's going to go down at the hands of Genghsta, and Van does the boot. Oh, that's got hurt too. So they've got a shot at this thing. But it's
They don't
not
realize
gonna
he's
be
up
easy.
top. They don't realize
Yeah.
Genghsta's here. Might not matter if they swing this way.
Frosty's just so weak. They're all so weak, Paula. Yep. To the drop. There's the last one. He falls. My goodness, they had the setup. The problem was they were just so dang weak.
Yeah, one of the they went to that side that Genghsta had basically on lock, and they're not able to use the surprise factor at all. In fact, the reason they spot
Version 1 find themselves not just on map point, but on series point here in opening night for VCT stage 1. Knights, they're well out of answers. I mean, they're for all intents and purposes out of time. How do they choose to play this round out? I mean, they've managed their economy well enough to, or at least Frosty has a Vandal, right? 2 points away from the lockdown, potentially a world in which Frosty's able to get some value out of that gun, convert it into an ultimate and secure a round. But the thing is, Ball, as you were mentioning, the deficit is so big right now that you have to you have to make big plays like that consistently, and that's very difficult, dang near impossible to do.
Yeah, and only one player on Knights as a Sheriff, so this round's pretty much lost in terms of what they're getting kills with this entire game. They do get the ropes, no denial this time on that 410, the maze, and they're gonna get the free plant.
Spike planted.
Nothing really to respond in this case from version 1. I mean, no lockdown or anything to gain the space. They're just gonna have to go out dry with the drone, with Molly from Zander as well.
Oh, that was like the one ratty spot down low, and they have to take care of it instantly. It gets traded, but so far kills are going back and forth. The 3v3, Spike taken away.
Last player
Oh man,
standing.
Ban just fell. Ziff just fell as well. It's all on to Frosty. We talked about the Vandal. Vandal group for 1, 2. My goodness, that was there. That would have been the 3rd, but it falls apart. Version 1, a walk in the park to open up this stage for them. They take care of Knights
Defenders win.
I mean, really,
Decisive.
there are so many words that we can fit in here. Brutal, right? Like ugly,
Yeah.
decisive, all of it. It was there. It was a pretty win for version 1.
Yeah, and they set out to, prove that they're actually what they showed in open qualifying.